morning. This is a relatively quick video about how to convert a fan controller from like any fan that you would have on a stand, or an oscillating fan with a timer and 3 speeds, into something that can be used to control several AC devices. I did a video on this where I showed it controlling 3 tube radios, but you can control any devices that the circuitry in this can handle. And basically if you don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't mess with this. Simple fact is that you're going to be dealing with high voltage. So this came out of a pedestal fan. It has a remote control. That's the other advantage of this, is it has a remote control. You can remote control 3 things, and you can put it on a timer. I think it was a Polonus fan, but there's many other fans, and the modules and these things, they're all different, but they all work on the same basic principle, and in some cases even the remote controls are interchangeable. So the reason I took this one apart is the fan was very old, and I had taken it apart and oiled it on a couple of occasions, and I think I'd oiled it about 3 times, and I've had it for, oh gosh, 10-15 years, and I didn't feel like taking it apart and oiling it and then putting it back together, and it was making noises and whatever. So I took this out, and this runs off of 115 volts, and you take the back off, and they all work on the same basic principle. You have a common wire. You see it's marked COM there, and then you have 3 wires that are labeled, or usually labeled, they may not always be labeled, low, medium, and high. The way this works is that your fan has 3 different windings in it. I'd always wondered how they control the speed of the fan, and the way they do it is there's 3 separate windings. They just put out 115 volts directly into the fan, and it goes across the particular winding, and depending on how they've wound it, you get low speed, medium speed, or high speed. So what you need to do is just simply hook these up to a socket or a device that is using 115 volts AC, and you can switch between them. Now the caveat here is that they use these little tiny what are they called? Triacs? Yeah, these are triacs. And they have different ratings. I had to look them up, and I wrote the ratings here. This one, low speed, can handle a maximum of 0.6 amps at 115, 120 volts. So, you can't really run anything powerful on here. This other one, medium, supposedly can handle a max of 1 amp. And then this larger triac here is supposed to be able to handle 4 amps. Now, I'll just warn you, 4 amps on this is with a heatsink. So I wouldn't expect that this can control much more than 1 or 2 amps. Now the one thing you can do is you can remove these and put one of these in each of these, and you can get a little bit more out of them. And if you put heat sinks on these, you can get the full 4 amps, and you can switch 4 amps through this. And what that means is, if you have the remote, you can mount this into something, and you can turn it on. You can choose between the 3 different connections. You can control it at 1, 2, and 4 hours, so it'll run whatever you turn on for however long you've chosen, and then it will shut off. That's basically it. I'll put a link at the end of the video to the one I had done for the other fan controller I had pulled out. But that's it. Thanks for watching.